There he is. Robert,
Hello, Tom.
are you things? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. And you?
Looking well? Yeah, not too bad. How's lockdown treating you?
Yeah. At home. At home. We
Missing
cannot
football?
move. Yeah. And
Yeah,
even on the TV, they don't have a game. So,
it's hard. So you're
yeah,
struggling.
sometimes it's hard, yes. But we are home, yeah, with the family,
Good,
relax,
good.
and waiting the lockdown, yeah.
How are you keeping fit?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing the bicycle every day. I play sometimes football with Theo and Alessio. So yeah, I'm good. I'm okay.
They're teaching you stuff then, yeah? Because they're learning
Yes,
off the best coach.
of course. I need sometimes I need to learn.
Because obviously what a lot of people don't realise is you still train with the first team. So you're actually still high level fitness really, aren't you? So
Yeah,
it
exactly.
must
But
it must be hard.
yeah, of course, it's always hard.
Yeah, definitely. I won't keep for too long. I'm very, very pleased that you've joined us, and I'm sure that everyone here is
My
very
pleasure.
pleased that you've come on, and hopefully we can get some questions across. There's a couple of questions. I won't keep for too long because I know your time is
So,
precious.
no, don't worry. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure for Kentish Town
Thank you very much.
Football
That means a lot
Academy.
to us. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
It's going to be hard because obviously I'm a Tottenham fan, so introducing and
I know.
interviewing an Arsenal legend is going to be very, very hard for me. But I'll get through. I'll
I'm,
get through.
I'm so sorry. So sorry.
I think let's start with how old was you when you made your first team debut?
Well, I start with a small team. I signed my first license. I was 7 years old.
Mm.
It was in France because I'm French, near to Reims, where we met the champagne. And yeah, this is I think when I start football, my first idol was my dad.
Mm.
Yeah, and I follow every Saturday or Sunday. I follow my dad to watch the game. Yeah.
Did he play at a good level or any sort of standard?
So it was fast, not very good technique, but yeah, it was very interesting for me to watch my dad. Yeah, every game. Yeah.
Mm. And then you made your debut at what age? In your professional debut?
Professional. I was 18.
18.
18, yeah, with Metz in France.
Is that still your team?
Well, I don't like to say my team because for me, all of my team is my team. Because when you play is a pleasure to play for Reims, Metz, Marseille, of course Arsenal. But all my team is my team. Yeah.
Good. What's your earliest memory of professional football?
Well, of course, the World Cup in France, 1998. Yeah, because
was that your first major trophy?
No, not the first, but I think the most important. First thing, because when you play for your country, you are very, very proud about this. But when you are a professional, I think it's for the all athletes. It's to win something. And of course, in '98 we beat Brazil in final. It was in Paris, and of course, for me is the best memory.
Even better that you was at home.
Yes,
on home turf, so yeah.
Exactly, and of course, it was a great moment, but very difficult because when because when you play in front of your fans, you have a more pressure.
I mean, looking back at your career, you're probably one of the most underrated professionals that's played in the Premiership, really, aren't you?
Thank
I
you.
think I don't know how your name doesn't really come up a lot more in terms of you look at your achievements, even what you've won in the Premier League, what you've done in your career. You've won near enough everything apart from probably a Champions League,
Yeah.
which you come close. I'm lucky about that one.
Well, you know, this is football. This is football. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
So I don't
It's
know
like
how your
this.
name doesn't come up in a few more conversations, but one of the things I did want to ask is, in today's game, do you think it would suit more your play now than what it did back then? Because obviously a lot more teams are playing a lot more 4-3-3-3 with inverted sort of strikers. When you was playing, it was more of a kind of 4-4-2. So you probably would have had to work back. Do you think it would suit more your play now, or do you think it would better back then?
Well, I don't know. It's very difficult to say something about this because, for example, on my time with Arsenal, the tactic was 4-4-2. But depend on the squad. Depend on the quality of the players. For example, if you see Liverpool this season, because it's the best team, I think club they have a very good quality on the players, but they can play only on 4-3-3.
Yeah,
because they have a good quality to play like this. For example, Pep Guardiola, he loves to play, free at the back. So depend on the manager and on the players. It's always like this, yeah. But I prefer 4-4-2.
Do you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because you play with two strikers. So I think when you have the ball, when you have the counter-attack, I think you have more possibility.
It's interesting because you don't really see 4-4-2 in the Premier League.
Yeah.
No one. It doesn't really exist anymore, does it?
I know.
But
now we play only one striker. Yeah.
But I think if you think about 4-4-2, even 4-3-3, everything comes back. When you drop into the kind of shape, you always kind of drop back into a 4-4-2 kind of shape, don't you? That kind of using that kind of tactic. So, you've played with some unbelievable players. Who would you say is the best player you've ever played with?
With the national team or with Arsenal, for example?
Let's go with national team.
Well, with the national team, I think everybody knows is Zinedine Zidane. Yeah, he's one of the best players in the world, and for me, of course, it was a real pleasure to play with him, especially with the national team. We won the World Cup, we won the Euro. This team in 2000, the France team, it was so good. And after with Arsenal, I think it's Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry. Yeah,
not a bad list. Not a bad list. I mean,
not very good quality with the ball.
I mean, you look back at that France team that dominated. Yes. There was class throughout the whole team, wasn't there? There wasn't sort of one weak link where you think, oh, even the squad players coming in, there was some just quality throughout. That's why you dominated for so long, wasn't it? Really. Yeah. What was Zidane like in training?
It was, I think we don't have a more word for Zidane because he's absolutely a class player in the world. For me it was a real chance, of course, to play with him, but to train, because during the training is on this moment you can learn something when you have a player like Zidane or Bergkamp. So the most important for the players, it's always you need to learn something. And
both,
I think
both kind of look very relaxed in terms of what they do, don't they?
Yeah, especially when he controlled the ball. When he controlled the ball, it was so easy. The first touch, he told me, Zidane or Bergkamp, the first touch is the most important.
Who had the better first touch?
I think Bergkamp.
Yeah, it probably was.
Zidane is my friend, but I think Dennis Bergkamp for the first touch is one of the best. Yeah.
Great stuff. Most underrated player you played with?
What do you mean?
So who do you think was like probably one of the most instrumental but didn't get enough credit kind of thing?
With Arsenal or?
I suppose with Arsenal would be a good question, because I suppose with that Invincible team, there was a few players that were probably good but wasn't rated as highly as everyone else, was there really?
but if we talk with Arsenal, especially with the Invincibles, of course we talk always about Bergkamp.
Yeah.
It's normal. It's normal because they are the striker and they scored a lot of goals. But for me, one of the best players, especially for the balance between the defense and the attack, it was the captain, Patrick Vieira. Yeah.
I mean, because a name that kind of comes up a lot of the time around that France sort of team was probably Makelele, wasn't it? Like, when he wasn't in that team, it kind of didn't. You don't realise until them sort of players are not there anymore.
Yeah,
and that's kind of.
But Tom, because you are the manager, but you need to find a good balance for your team, and especially in the middle. And if you have one or two players like Vieira or Gilberto Silva, it's perfect. Yeah,
they were both warriors, weren't they? Really.
For me, when you want to build the team, is very important to find a balance like this. Yeah.
What was it like to be an Invincible?
Well,
even now, no one's ever done it, have they? No one's ever done it since. Liverpool were at a point where was you thinking they was going to do it, or?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think one day some team they will break the record. But for me, it's not the most important. For me, the most important is to win the title. Of course, in beating is for the record. But for example, for Liverpool, I think they deserve to win the title. I know the situation is very difficult actually, but Liverpool they play so good, so well, because they have a very good team, good spirit, good manager. But I know me and my partners, we are very proud about the Invincibles. Yes, of course.
What was it like to be in that team? Did you go out every game kind of confident that you was going to win, or?
Yes. No, it's not like arrogant, but
yeah.
But when you have a power like this and a very confident and the spirit, it was perfect, because I remember the team. For me, it was so good because Arsene Wenger, he built a good team. He put the English players, and around the English players, the foreigners. So of course, we can talk about Henry, Bergkamp, Ljungberg, and Lauren, but the team it was very special. Yes.
What was the best advice that Arsene Wenger ever gave you? Can you think of anything specific where because I'm supposed, he must have been an influential part on your kind of career and with Arsenal and stuff like that. Was there any sort of advice that you think he kind of give you, or?
No, for me it was a special moment with Arsene Wenger, because he told me, play you learn, since the beginning. And sorry. This is Theo. he's here.
He's coming in to join in, is he?
So of course, because when you are confident, and when you are like me, because I was very free on the field, and for me it was not easy, but it was I'm very comfortable on the field. Yeah.
Best stadium in the Premier League, apart from, you can't say Arsenal's. Where was like the best